Hello, everybody. Welcome to Dude with a Fork. My name is Ken. On today's episode of Ken Tries Stuff, I have count them, two special pizzas. These are from Bellatoria. These are ultra thin crusts. These are pretty expensive pizzas where I come from, but they were on sale. Buy one, get one free. I picked out two. They're supposed to be super good. They're ultra thin crust. Everybody I've talked to has said great things about them. I needed to try them. Them being on sale means we're going to try them. So let's get started. These are the pizzas I got. You got Bellatoria pizza, ultra thin crust. This says Ultimate Supreme, and I love a Supreme pizza, but look at this. Look at this picture. If this looks even close to this, I will be amazed. It says crispy pizza topped with mozzarella, Parmesan, Asiago, rich Italian sauce, Italian sausage, pepperoni, fire roasted green and red peppers. Not just peppers, fire roasted, red onions, black olives, and Italian spices. That looks amazing. That I need to try that. I need to see if it looks as good as this, for one thing. The other one I got was garlic chicken Alfredo, crispy pizza topped with mozzarella, Asiago cheese, creamy garlic Alfredo sauce, white meat chicken, and Italian spices. These are both. This one's lightweight. This one's 14.33 ounces or 406 grams. This one is 19.41 ounces or 550 grams. They both say keep frozen, cook thoroughly. Of course, they always do that. 100% real cheese. Let's look at the. Oh, wow. Okay, so they both say preheat the oven to 425, which is happening. Remove the pizza from the carton wrapper and cardboard tray. Place pizza directly on center rack. A dude does not do this because I don't want bits of pizza in the bottom of my oven. So we're going to go in this. It works out about the same. This one says bake 11 to 15 minutes. This is the cheesy chicken Alfredo one, which makes sense because there's less pizza here. This one says bake 15 to 19 minutes. And then they both say serve hot and enjoy. And I love that because it says serve hot and enjoy. So if you don't like this, that's your fault for not following the directions because the directions said enjoy. My oven just hit the temperature. This one, the chicken garlic Alfredo, says 3 servings per container. Serving size is a third of a pizza. You get 300 calories. They also conveniently broke down everything by the container because they know I may just happen to eat all this pizza, which is 890 calories. But let's assume a third. You get 13 grams of fat, 45 milligrams of cholesterol, 510 milligrams of sodium. That's not terrible in a food like this. A little bit of vitamin D, a little bit of calcium, 26 grams of carbs. There's no fiber. There's 3 grams of sugar, probably in the sauce, 17 grams of protein. That's in the chicken and the cheese. A little bit of iron, quite a bit of potassium. Actually, quite a bit of iron. Yes, 25%. Oh, that's for the whole pizza. 8% for a third of it. So not bad. Now I'm guessing this one does not have great nutrition because they put it on the side, where it's really tiny, and of course they don't give you the whole thing. So this is serving size is a fourth of a pizza because it makes sense. There's actually more here. 18 grams of fat, 310 calories, 40 milligrams of cholesterol, 640 milligrams of sodium, 22 grams of carbs, actually 2 grams of fiber, which I guess is coming from the vegetables, which might mean there's a lot of vegetables there. 4 grams of sugar, 14 grams of protein, 8% of your protein, 8% of your potassium, 25% of your calcium. That's not terrible for 2 pieces of pizza. This one you get 3. So which one am I going to cook? I want to see what this garlic chicken Alfredo tastes like, but I want to see what this one looks like because I want to see if it looks like that. So I'm just going to pop this open. We're going to see. We'll make up our mind after we look at them. Okay. Perfect. Oh, wow. Wow. It's not a huge pizza. But yeah, it looks good. Yeah, we're going to try this one later. That'll go back in the freezer. I want to see what this guy looks like. This is the one I'm going to try. Also because he's done sooner. Whoa, there's a lot of cheese on there. I am not a big fan of pizza with a lot of cheese. But there's a lot of chicken in here. So, yeah. That looks, and of course it looks like a lot of cheese because it doesn't have a red sauce underneath. I could just be looking at a little bit of cheese with like the Alfredo sauce underneath. So, yeah, I'm gonna go. Oh, see, there's a chunk of chicken under the crust. So I'm gonna go grab a pair of scissors and we'll get this open. Scissors, yeah, should have had that in the first place. There's a piece of cardboard there. There's some chicken caught underneath there, in between the pizza and the cardboard. So I got to be careful here. So I'm just gonna try to get this plastic off of here. And oh, there's some frost on there. I will clean that up in a little bit. And I'm just going to get this whole thing. Boom. Okay, so there's a chunk of cheese right on the edge. I don't like it when that happens because then it gets on the pan and it's hard to clean up and get off the pan. It's hard to get the cooked pizza off the pan. So, oh, it's looking good though. Yeah. Clean up. I'm just cleaning up this edge a little bit. I'm weirdly picky about that. I like to see a little bit of crust there. So put that there. There's that chunk of chicken. This is, yeah. Okay, so there's some more stuff in here. I always like to get these little bits out. I can kind of smell this. Ah, it smells, I don't know, garlicky a little bit. I don't know. We're gonna go. I'm eating bits of frozen pizza, frozen cheese. I'm gonna go put this bad boy back in the freezer, and then I'm gonna put him in the oven for about 15 minutes, and I will see you then. And here we go. Did I cook it right? I'm always afraid of undercooking pizza. It's looking a little brown. They didn't get it quite as brown. The chicken kind of looks brown. See, there's little brown bits on the chicken, but yeah, I think I like it a little brown like that. But some people might like it more like that. I think it looks great. So let's just slide it off this pan. Woo! All right, and it says thin crust. They are not joking. Yeah, we're just gonna go for it. I've let it sit for a few minutes just so it can kind of solidify. And yeah, that is a very thin crust. My God, the smell is amazing. It did say garlic, right? Yeah, garlic chicken Alfredo. I can certainly smell the garlic. Wow. It's looking good. All right, so we are looking here at, this is a thin crust. It's a very crispy crust, probably because I cooked it a bit longer. Maybe it's because I had it in a pan and I didn't just put it on the pizza rack. I don't know. I didn't follow the directions, so I'm assuming anything that is weird is just because I didn't follow the directions exactly. So it's on me and it's not on the pizza. I think, though, looking at this, there's actually quite a bit of chicken on here, which some brands of pizza, there does not seem to be a lot of meat. And I mean, this is an $8 pizza that I got on sale for $4. But it looks good. It smells amazing. I can smell the garlic. Look at how thin that crust is. Look at that. Look at the bottom of it. Okay. It's got some nice browning on it. So it's not at all greasy. I'm trying to decide if that's a lot of cheese. I don't like a lot of cheese on pizza. I'm just going to go right in, though, and see what we think. This is amazingly rich. The bottom of the crust is not super crispy like the edges are. I mean, if I break this off, I mean, you can hear that crunch. And I think if I cook this right on the oven rack, the whole bottom would be like that, which I don't really like. I don't want pizza on a cracker. I want pizza on something bread-like. I'm just going to grab a piece of this chicken. Let's see what this tastes like. So that's a big chunk of white meat chicken there. A little bit of Alfredo sauce. Wow. The chicken on its own is really good. It's a little salty. I think probably from the sauce, but oh wow. You know, I know it's not traditional for Alfredo. Some black olives would have been fantastic on this thing. But you can see there are little tiny bits there of Italian herbs. There's one right there. So there's probably one. So there's a little bit of Italian herb in here. I don't know what they mean by Italian herbs. That could be parsley. That could be anything. Mm. Mm. Wow. Um, that's really good pizza. Um, that's really good pizza. Is it worth $8? That's the question, because this is $7.99 regular price. And I was talking to the cashier when I bought these two, and she talks about how she loves them. And they have one that's just roasted vegetables, which I may go back and grab. But she said they used to be $4.99. This, to me, would be a $5 pizza. Is it an $8 pizza? I don't know. I can go right next door from the grocery store to Little Caesars and get, a pepperoni pizza that I don't have to bake that has a much thicker crust. It's a lot more food for $8 because this does have a very thin crust. And I love a thin crust. I don't like a real bready crust. I'm not into Chicago-style pizza where there's a lot of bread. Every once in a while, I'm into that. But this is very thin. This is super thin. I mean, look at this. Look at that. I mean, if you like thin crust, and it's good crust, but is this worth $8? Not on my budget. Maybe on yours, not on mine. But these were 2 buy one get one free, so 2 for $8. So this was a $4. Is this worth $4 to me? Oh yeah. Oh, if I buy this one again, I may put some black olives on it before I bake it. I think some black olives on it. It needs some visual contrast for one thing, and black olives are delicious. Or if you don't like olives, some red onions just for some visual contrast. Oh yeah. Oh. Mm. 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 Absolutely no regrets. This is an amazing pizza. At $4, I mean, technically speaking, $3.99.5 because it's 2 for $7.99. Oh yeah, this is great. I've never had a chicken Alfredo pizza before. So yeah, that's what it looks like on the box. That's what it looks like when I cook it. Well, probably a little bit more than is required, but oh yeah. Oh, that's good pizza. Can't wait to get into that Supreme pizza. So, definitely worth a try if you can get it on sale. And hey, we're back. But we never really went anywhere. It's just a couple days later, and that first pizza is gone. It did not last long because it was very good. Did it have a lot of garlic in it? Not enough for me. If you're the kind of person that's like, yeah, I like garlic, it's enough garlic for you. If you're the person like me who's like, I freaking love garlic, it's not going to be enough garlic. Totally on me, but I encourage you to try it. It was really good. Now we have the ultimate Supreme, like I mentioned before, crispy pizza topped with mozzarella, Parmesan, Asiago, rich Italian sauce, Italian sausage, pepperoni, fire-roasted green and red peppers, red onions, black olives, and Italian spices. Yeah, baby. And we looked at this, right? We did. Look at that. Look at that. All right, so I'm going to get a plate or a pizza pan. The oven, I think, is about ready to go. So obviously we need to take this out of the plastic. And obviously, as I always do, I forgot to get a pair of scissors. So I will get those. All right, so we have scissors. These are green. I got them at Menards. They were free. If you have the Menards credit card, they give you a birthday gift every year. And one year it was a set of very nice Menards scissors. And I have more or less cherished them ever since because all 3 of them were really great. This one comes apart. I guess it's like for cutting apart chicken. And then there was another one that was just like regular scissors. And then like a little tiny pair. Very handy. Very, very handy. So I'm just going to try to get this plastic off without spilling pizza bits all over the floor, all over the place. And there they are. Hey, not too bad. There's a little bit of something there. We will come back for that. Okay. So, unlike a lot of pizzas, this one actually looks fairly well distributed. Because a lot of frozen pizzas you buy, it's like they were manufactured during some kind of seismic event, and all the toppings are over here. This one looks pretty good. This is a bit of red onion. So I'm going to try just to rearrange some of these pepperonis just to make them a little bit more equitable. And some of these black olives. I mean, it's not perfect. I don't expect perfection out of a frozen pizza. I expect far from perfect from a frozen pizza. But this is not bad. And these are pretty substantial chunks of vegetables. Look at that. Now, I know you're not supposed to eat these when they're frozen, but I want to see. There is green pepper, fire-roasted green pepper, fire-roasted red pepper, and a bit of fire-roasted red onion. Did it say red onion? Yeah, red onions. I want to try this. I want to see how these taste. Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Oh wow. That, oh. We are going back for another one of these pizzas, I think. Because I can still buy, I think, 2 more. I'm just trying to get all this little bit of cheese off the edge, because I don't want this sticking to the pan. They didn't taste like much at first, which I obviously didn't expect because they're frozen. But as they kind of thaw in your mouth, just, oh. Wow. I mean, I know this is still frozen, but that looks pretty close, I think. So, I think this one cooked a little bit longer than the other one. Yeah, I think the other one was like 13 to 15 minutes. This is 15 to 19. So yeah, I'm going to go get it in the oven. I'll be right back. And here we are. Look at that. It did cook up a little browner than it shows on the package. That's on me, of course. But I do like it a little bit browner. I don't want it too sloppy in the middle. So I like the cheese to be fully melted. In my oven, I don't trust it anyway. So we're just going to get this off of this onto a cutting board. And it came off pretty clean. A little bit of the crust is stuck there. But anyway, get this in the sink. Wow. That looks amazing. That looks so amazing. Zoom in a little bit here. Wow. So I like cutting my pizza up on a cutting board like this because I am terrible at cutting up pizza. And so I can just rotate it and just cut. And I still don't get it very even. I could work for Domino's. Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah. So good job on me. Look. Oh. Big huge piece. Little tiny piece. Yeah. Look at that though. Look at that. There's a lot of stuff going on here. I'm gonna get this little tiny piece because there's a lot of vegetables on it, and it is this beautiful thin crust, and it's got some dark spots on the bottom, which are kind of toasty. I like that. I should have checked to see before I put it in the oven if it actually had those on there, or if that's something that develops when it's in the oven. But yeah, look at that. I'm gonna grab this sausage. I judge pizzas by how good their sausage is. Wow. That's a very tasty sausage. Sometimes Italian sausage on a pizza is just very salty, which is not bad when it blends in with everything else, but then when everything else is salty, it's not great. That's very good Italian sausage. So I'm going to get this bite here because of these roasted vegetables. What can I say? This is hands down the best frozen pizza I have ever had. The crust is nice and thin. It's not, I put it on a pie pan, so it's not crispy like a cracker. Just around the edges, it's crispy. It's still a little soft and tender toward the center. These fire roasted vegetables, oh my gosh, they are so good. I haven't even gotten to the pepperoni. The sausage is good. Mm. Wow. I need a napkin. I'm always so unprepared to do these shoots. Anyway, this is the best frozen pizza I have ever had. Now, this is $8, okay? This should be the best frozen pizza I've ever had, and it is. But I got this buy one, get one free. So this is $4. $4 puts you in competition with like Jack's Pizza or Red Baron. And this is, and I like Jack's Pizza, and I like Red Baron. I'm okay with DiGiorno. This, okay. This is a couple orders of magnitude better than those pizzas. This is so amazing. It's not greasy at all, which sometimes happens because pepperoni can be very greasy. There's a bit of red onion in there. Don't want to waste any of this. I have no words. I have no words other than to say this is, without a doubt, worth $8. This is the best frozen pizza I've ever had. It's everything I want in a pizza. It's a nice thin crust. It's very flavorful. The vegetables have wonderful fire roasted flavor. They're not just there for show. There's a lot of everything going on here. There's a lot of sausage. There's a lot of pepperoni. There's a lot of vegetables. There's a lot of black olives. Aldi has a meat lovers pizza, and it's okay. It's like $4 or $5, but it's not really a meat lovers pizza. It's a meat likers pizza. There's not that much meat on it. This says Ultimate Supreme, and it is. It's ultimately the most supreme frozen pizza I have ever had, and I think I have 2 more days. Two. Which way is not rude? 2. That I can go buy. I think I can get 4 more of these. So $16, 4 pizzas. Yeah. No complaints. These are expensive. These are very expensive. It's a wonderful treat. If you can get them on sale, like I did, for $4 each, worth it. Highly recommend it. How can I sum up these pizzas in 3 words? Tasty. Really good crust. Is there a word in English that means really good crust? They're crustful. Tasty, crustful, and truly supreme. Supreme. The best frozen pizzas I've ever had. So, highly recommend you try them.
And that's it, folks. As always, thank you so much for watching. Links to free printable copies of any recipes here are down below in the show notes. Please like, comment, or if you'd like to see more of this kind of material, subscribe. As always, please stay safe, eat great food, and power to the proletariat. We'll see you next time.